welcome to Kaya's Corner. I'm your host, Kaya Bryant. Happy Wednesday and welcome to today's segment of What's Up Wednesday. In life, we all take chances and go out on a whim sometimes, and sometimes it works out in our favor and other times not so much. Well, this is another story just like that. The time I shot my shot. This story does start by accident. I met this person entirely by accident. I didn't know they went to my school. I didn't know who they were. But I was friends with some of their friends and ended up meeting them through mutual friends and just kept seeing them everywhere. Everywhere I looked, there they go. So I realized, he's kind of cute, from all the looking and all the constant running into one another. So I decided that I thought he was cute. So I told one of my friends, which most of us do, and of course she knew his friend, so they teamed up secretly to do some investigating and figure out if he was into me. And he said I was cute, and so we all were like, yes, we are gonna get somewhere. But nothing really happened afterwards. I found out that he thought I was cute, but there really was no other indication. So I left it alone. But I did follow him on Instagram, and he did follow me back, but we didn't really have any interaction. He didn't really see anything. He was more of a ghost follower than anything. He didn't watch my story. He didn't like my post. He didn't comment, obviously. So it was kind of idle. So he posted something on his story, and I decided that I was going to reply, if you will, on Instagram. And I just said, you look cute, with the little smiley face emoji, nothing super crazy or insane to say. He said thank you, and that was it. Again, nothing really happening, going on. So I am tempted to leave it alone, but everybody is telling me, no, you gotta shoot your shot, just try it. And I have never in my life shot my shot. I've never really had to, but I thought this is a learning experience, so I'm gonna do it. What's the worst that could happen? Don't ever ask yourself that question, because you'll never get the right answer. Something worse can always happen. But I did try to shoot my shot, and since I had never really shot my shot and I had never really talked to him, I didn't want to slide in his DMs and say a whole bunch of stuff. That's just kind of creepy. So I just slid in his DMs and I said, hey. And he didn't respond. So this is where the story gets even more interesting. So I consulted one of my guy friends, because up to this point I had only really been talking to girls, and I was like, well, girls don't know exactly how guys think. If I want to know how this guy is thinking, I need to talk to somebody who's a guy. So I confided in one of my guy friends, and I was like, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what to do. And of course, this is somehow, some way, an invitation to start interfering. Even though I said, don't say anything, here we go. So he tells me, he definitely thinks you're cute. He told me, you need to shoot your shot with him. And I'm thinking, well, I already did, and it's not working. But maybe he didn't see it, or maybe, he didn't know how to respond, because it's just a hey, even though there's no easier text message to respond to than hey. But anyway, so I decide I'm going to try this again. So I send him another DM, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? This is obviously in an attempt to hang out, because a lot of things do a lot better if you're physically talking, you're physically hanging out, versus texting back and forth or DMing back and forth. So I'm on a mission to hang out, and I get no response for the second time around. And at this point, I'm like, oh my God, I'm ready to have a breakdown. This is so awkward. This is so embarrassing, even though it really doesn't matter. But in my head at the time, it mattered, and I was freaking out, and I was just so embarrassing. So I unsent the first hey, because I didn't want to look like I was double DMing and hella thirsty. So, I unsent the message, but it was still really puzzling me, because I just didn't know what was going on. But I decided to add him on Snapchat, because somebody that I knew had mentioned him on their story. So I thought, okay, maybe Instagram is just not his thing. Maybe I need to snap him. But he never added me back on either. So now the signs are really starting to add up here. We're at 2 red flags here. But I'm still persistent. I have got to shoot my shot. Like, I cannot fail here. So my final attempt at shooting my shot was talking to him in person, and I tried to start a conversation, and it really just didn't work. He didn't seem super interested in talking to me. So I just was like, okay, this is weird. Like, this is embarrassing. I look crazy, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. So I did leave it alone, and it's safe to say that shooting my shot did not go exactly as planned, but I think I tried. Woo! And I know some people are thinking, well, I mean, you kind of have shot your shot because you didn't really tell him what you thought, but I didn't really get that far. After I said, hey, is when I was supposed to say, you seem really cool, I want to talk to you, da-da-da-da. Once he added me on Snap is when things were supposed to go that far, or even in person, but it just never really got there. Alrighty, so hopefully you enjoyed that story of the time I shot my shot, and feel free to comment below and tell me the story of the time you may have shot your shot, and did it work? Was it an air ball, a layup, a 3-point, a free throw? What did you do? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me, and I will catch you guys next time.